Welcome back to another JD episode. We've been wrapped up in some fabrication, which has taken some time, but I want to take a little break from that and show you what I have here today. So once I went down the rabbit hole of installing a new head unit, then I thought, hey, why don't I get a reverse camera, because like all of them have that capability. And I thought that might be nice. Found a great little write-up on Supra forums, and that kind of led me from one thing to the next. So I ordered the camera that they have listed in that post that is from Amazon. So I have the camera here, and this is what I have laid out here today are the supplies that you would need to accomplish this goal. One thing about it that I really was going back and forth on was tapping into all these different things to get power and, and you get your reverse signal. Then I came across this handy dandy little harness from MKIV.parts, and it's basically just a little plug that adapts, gives you your signal and power from your taillights, all plug and play. So no hacking into wiring or anything like that, which I really liked. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna first show you guys how to mount this camera. I'm really trying not to take my rear bumper off, okay? And my car is just so disassembled. It doesn't need the rear bumper off, okay? I'm gonna spend twice the amount of time sneaking my fingers in there and jamming them in there and trying to rip them up just to be stubborn. It's just got this little threaded thinger here. So all I gotta do is get this up in the center and then snake my hand down there to try and get to the top of it to thread something on here. So hopefully I can do that. I'll show you kind of the space that I'm working with and what I've done. So this is the level of disassembly I've gotten to thus far. There were like 3 clips right here that I took out. There's a couple of clips right here. That's given me this to be bendable. I'm thinking about taking out, there is a bolt right there in the, hold on. There's a bolt right there, and I'm thinking about taking out those corner bolts and seeing how much more that gives me. So, and you have to remove this inner piece as well, this trunk trim, which gives you access to all the wiring. I'm actually doing the 97-98 taillight conversion anyway, so all this kind of had to come apart, but I wasn't planning that for much longer and after my car had started. So I will try to see how much room I can get in here and then show you what to do. So here's the situation. There's 3 of these. There's one there. These are for the lights for the license plate. There's one over there. And there's one right in the middle. So in order to get the camera up through there, I'm going to have to drill out this little thing. I've got a 90-degree drill, and I think I'm going to try that. Okay, that's good. Okay, I can get the plug through. Now I got to try and get this to make like a 90, so I'm working at it. Now I'm just feeding this up through here. I think I'm gonna have to make that hole a little bit bigger. So now I gotta go back in. The hole wasn't quite large enough, so I'm going 5/16 this time. Okay, looks good. Now I'm going to run it back through there. Okay, so got all the stuff through. Ooh-wee. Okay. So 5/16 it is. So that'll get it in there. Next, the nut and the bolt. The nut needs to go over here. So that gets threaded on over the whole thing. And then you tighten it down in here, which is going to be another challenge here. Okay, and I'm going to spend the next month threading this on, but I will show you the next part after I get this.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I tried to be really stubborn and come up with a way that I could do this all without pulling the bumper. And honestly, with the amount of hardware there is, I think I wasted my time. So this is the situation. Here's what I've done. I think the toughest part is that there's two on the side here, which have to be accessed behind this side trunk panel. Other than that, most of them you can see. So overall, it wasn't too bad, but that's off, so I can get this done with now, finally. So this is the situation you're left with behind the bumper. And here's what we're dealing with here, is right up there. I've gotten this thing tightened down, so that's not going anywhere, but there's the clip that you drill through in here, there's like two nubs that come up on either side, and it holds these screws in. You can see on these sides, but anyway, you have to kind of cut away some of that in order to get that thing to thread on. So it's possible that you could do it accessing it through here if you could cut those off, which you might be able to. I don't know, but yeah, I got this on here. So once I get the bumper back on, I will show you guys the cool new integration harness that MKIV parts sells, and I'll kind of go through how that gets hooked up. It's really awesome. The worst part of this job is this part. So if you're good with this, then you're ready to go. I also chose this grommet here to run my cable through. It's got a nice weather seal. I had to cut just a little webbing here because it's all the cables are individual, but I think this will work nicely. So I'm gonna feed this in through this little hole that's underneath here. Here, I can show you on this side. So it goes right in through here. So this harness is very basic. This is what it looks like. Here is the existing taillight harness, which would normally just plug like this and this. It has a little flat side. This goes in like this, like normal. All you're gonna do is you're gonna take this, plug it into here. That's the taillight harness side. Other side is the body harness. That plugs in like this. Then what you're left with is this pigtail, which has two wires, has a positive and a ground. All that's happening with this is when 12 volts goes to your reverse lights, when you pop it in reverse, that is going to send the signal to your head unit that the reverse camera needs to turn on. So I've got my bench set up here for my head unit, and I'm going to show you how that works. Also, here's the setup. So the camera plugs into this little connector here. This connector splits off, and this is what you get your ground to. This black wire runs all the way up to your head unit, and I'll show you the connections there. But otherwise, this red and black power and ground is what you're going to run to this right here. All right, so now with my test setup, what I'm going to do is just simulate the reverse lights coming on by using this 12 volt source here and putting it into my whole test bench setup here. So I'm going to get this fired up and get my head unit powered up. And just got to click through here. All right, so now what I'm going to do is take this, pop this in here, and boom. We have got a reverse camera here. What up? And then we take power away from those lights and back to the head unit. So That is kind of just a run through of it turning on and how that functions, but super happy with all that. And I know I will clean up this whole disaster of wiring. Super pumped about that, and it should integrate it pretty seamlessly. Okay, so the wiring setup is very basic. That connector makes it all plug and play, which is what I really liked. I wasn't tapping in any wires. If you have any other questions, this kind of gives you a general overview of how it goes in there, but you can just put them in the comments and let me know. But it's kind of a cool thing to integrate this in when you're already upgrading your head unit and you're already doing all these other things. So I hope you enjoyed kind of getting a look at where to place this camera, how to get it in there, and then sort of the general wiring. But like I said, if you can hook up a power and ground, it's pretty simple. So thanks for watching, and make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions, and we'll keep cranking out more of these videos. Thanks for watching.